falls dark.
Hello everybody, this is the Big Bizzle Show. Alrighty, this is a special episode, so special that we have 4 members of Team Mayu Band. The 4 most on the team to go at this. Get out of here. Alright, we have Panda. He's the one with the most soul. We're gonna give him that much.
Basically, I'm the opposite of a ginger.
We're going from soulful to soulless. Then you have Jerry, then you have Icy, and then you have me. Alright? That's the order of soul.
ITF Epona for everybody that just
ITF Epona.
ITF Epona. But that's not the issue. That's not the issue. The issue is, see, the last episode we decided to make we were discussing close to the end of it of making an episode about a certain forum that is kind of one-sided.
It's called v-mundi.
v-mundi. Yeah. We kind of lost our temper on that one, so we decided to make a whole episode dedicated to us losing our tempers with these stupid
we could just raise the crap out of
We're all kinds of going rage face on this. Alright.
And then, guess what we're doing? We're posting this video on their forum.
We're putting it on YouTube, and we're going to put it on their forum because we just don't care.
We'll get banned. Who
gives a crap? That's what this team is for.
Precisely. The amount of fucks we give are none. And to start with, we're on a page
called
Fairness and Crossrides, a Note to Alice. Now, we're on page 3. So see, this is where we're talking about how crossrides are unfair and all this.
Now we'll have
one-sided. Okay. Yellow.
Alright, basically, we're starting on page 3 because this is where I get involved, okay? So I just say, I have a little funny badger, you know. Basically, I was speaking, you know, kind of stupidly because I didn't really care about the subject. And I said, basically, they were talking about how crossrides are kind of blah, 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 blah. And I said, honestly, I don't see a reason to complain about crossrides. They're balanced as long as cards like Excel exist. Because honestly, Excel is broken once you get them to 4 damage.
And I'll read out all the comments that aren't from Brandon.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. Read Callus's comment. It's the one with the little robot guy.
Callus. Claus. Whatever the heck his name is, he has a nice little Kamen Rider chibi image on his as a profile pic, so he's also
Azale ballads. Thinking Azale is as powerful as a
13K wall to overcome.
I'm done. That's literally what he says. Okay? Now read the one right under it.
Okay. This is from Best Frugal. The problem with this is that it's not your Vanguard that has problems hitting crossrides. It's your rearguard column. It's quite difficult to put as much pressure on a 13K body than on an 11K body with anything but the Vanguard. Most of the time, this means hitting 18K with your rearguard columns, since that is the highest, highest magic that many tribes, as he says.
Magic number.
I'll just change the magic number to magic. The magic to magic number and tribes clans to make this simple. And many clans can make with rearguard columns. It would be Another thing if 23K rearguard columns would be possible for most clans, but as it stands, it's pretty rare for even some Vanguards in some clans to hit 23K with their appropriate booster. Whereas 21K is much more manageable to hit for both Vanguard and some rearguards. What I'm getting
Alright, we're pausing there. Okay, I understand most of that, but at the last sentence where 21K is much more manageable to hit both Vanguards and some rearguards, what the fuck are you talking about, kid? Seriously. I'm serious. It's like, really? just shut up at that point. You know what I mean? That's my exact thought process when I read most of this crap.
Then they point us to one of Alice's scientific information things.
Alright, now we're going to Alice, my arch nemesis on this forum. And we're going to go very far to the bottom. And I'm going to read this one, because this one kind of pissed me off when I was on there. Okay, she was playing the multiple ones, but the one that at the very bottom of it, where it says, Special Duke 9387 wrote, and it says, my quote, "Congrats. You just won the dumbest thing ever said in this thread award. When Cullis refuses to dialogue with you, you know you screwed up. Excuse me, bitch? Excuse the living hell out of me? Last time I checked, it's scrutiny, you know, it's kind of fucked up even if you're running the forum.
And last time I checked, you had...
Last time I checked, First Amendment. I mean, I don't really care what you have to say about me. As a matter of fact, we'll go to what I said next.
No, last time I checked, forums could have intelligence discussions. They worked when you had two sides of the fence.
Because, I mean, there's no such thing as an intelligent discussion when you're on one side of the fence. Go to the next page, buddy. Alright, this is me, firing back, with no care in the world. This is not what got me banned, but this is where Big Bizzle gave a fucks came to an end. And I will say what I said, and I will say it honestly. Wow, insult me, why don't you? No wonder people with actual skill don't respect you. This is to Alice, and I'm honest when I say this. This is not a troll. This is straight up fact. If you have any respect for this game and understand the basic knowledge of card games in general, then listen to what I'm about to say. Every card has a weakness, and that is a bona fide fact. You cannot deny that. It doesn't have to be scientifically proven. It doesn't have to be mathematically proven. Every card was made to have a weakness. Am I lying?
Nope.
Am I lying? Alright, we're just going to leave Aichi alone and talk.
Aichi! What?
Does every card not have a weakness?
Yes.
Okay. That means even Crossroads, Dragonic Overlord the end, has to hit to do any kind of impact in the fights in general. Which I'm not lying in that. Even if he's attacking a rear guard, he has to hit. If you stop the first hit, it's a done deal. Because he can't stand back up.
Perfect guarded.
You perfect guarded, or you guard it with a bunch of 10k guards, which is what you're supposed to do anyways.
Oh, but I can't wait for the break ride. Shut up! He breaks the Draconic Overlord.
We're not talking about break rides, okay?
No,
this is a fight for money, and you're not helping my side of the argument, so shut up.
No, I'm throwing this out there because y'all gonna start bitching about break rides.
Just you're not helping my argument. Phantom Blaster Overlord has to have rear guards to do much of anything that makes you say, "Oh crap," which is true. If your opponent does not have 3 rear guard units, screwed. So if you play your cards correctly, and then you'll be fine in the matchup. I beat both decks with quote generic Special Duke with no optional triggers in grade 3s.
Hello?
Now I posted my deck list on the forum, but they got rid of it because when they banned me and shit. But that was Alice's direct comment about my Special Duke deck that won a stand-up challenge.
Okay, now then we come to the next comment that...
Well, I'm not done.
Okay.
And I didn't post
all due to the fact that I saw the weakness in the crossrides and concentrated on that aspect. Which is true. Every time I ran into it, when I played Jared, even though he got great stuck at 2, I had to prepare like I was getting ready to play dote face dote at any time. And I kept, what, 7 cards in my hand
because you will face dote at any time.
Because I will face dote at any time.
I might not hit Draconic Overlord.
But he can still ride the dote, so I had to keep 7 cards in my hand to stop dote. Phantom Blaster Overlord's no different. If you take out the rear guard, if you can constantly keep them at 2 rear guards, you have no problem.
Which is what, let's see, Nurkami can do, Kaiguro can do, without dote. So it's like...
And also, Spectral Duke can do it. And as long as you're constantly applying pressure to their field, they can't really commit as much. As a Shadow Battle player, you can't commit as much to the field.
But Phantom Blaster Overlord, he don't need rear guards. All he's got to do is...
Alright.
Persona Blast. counterblast 3.
As we were continuing, it takes skill to outwit your opponent in chess, as any good chess player can beat said dragon piece, which is a reference to what she said. She was talking about what if someone said something about playing chess and having them create a dragon piece, which is quote-unquote broken, but any good chess player can play around shit like that. I mean, it's just like magic. You can play around the broken decks. You just gotta know how to. And these people, they're one-sided. They have a one-track mind.
They're tunnel vision,
and that's gonna get them bitten in the ass every time they go to these major events. And all they have to say is,
and then they'll keep bitching about it.
And basically, as I was finishing up, can beat said dragon piece just due to the fact that the other player will make mistakes and the other chess player will see it and mess them up for it. Just like Jerry, he plays dote. Me and him play countless battles with my current Royal Paladin, Gold Paladin deck and his dote deck. When I see him make mistakes, I concentrate on that. When he sees that I make mistakes, he'll implement on that.
I mean, okay, the win-loss ratio between me and him's like 50-50.
Alright, basically, this is...
I'm gonna read this.
Yeah, you read the 3XXXDDD bitch.
Okay, basically this is one of the other admins. She's like, stop reading. No, after she read this. Dragonic Overlord the End has to hit to have any kind of impact on the fight in general. Also, no, Dragonic Overlord the End has no weaknesses to speak of, no matter how minuscule. It simply doesn't exist.
Alright.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Okay, here's what's funny. Okay, basically the admins on here are all Alice Nut Riders.
Okay, and Meeb says, the end doesn't have to hit to have an impact on the fight. The threat is the effect going off already changes how an opponent must play against him. His 13k defense already impacts how they must set up their field. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and knock you both out the water. Just like I did in my post, because the fucks were not given. Basically, when it's come to setting up the field, when you're going against dote, it's simple. Play conservatively. If you don't commit so much to the field, you don't have to worry about them attacking your rear guards and having these cards out of your hand to guard those attacks. It's that simple. Anybody can do that. Even the dumbest people in our clan can do that.
Yeah.
Alright, now it's time for my comeback to both of these motherfuckers. Alright, to support, this is what I said, quote, to support my reason, even though he's 13k, most decks are able to make 14k columns, which is a bona fide fact. So that argument is invalid, and also the only way Dragonic Overlord gets his hand advantages by hitting period. He's made to apply more pressure to guard him rather than the rear guard. Dragonic Overlord the End's weakness is the ability to guard. If you can consistently guard his attacks, then what the hell are you worried about? Seriously. As long as you can get over him and guard him, basically hit and move, you'll be fine in the Dragonic Overlord the End matchup. And that is not lying. I mean, when I was in top 2 in stand-up challenge, I had to play against a damn good dote deck.
So, yeah, you can see how he played.
And once I saw how he played, the first game that I lost to him, even though I lost the second one, he had problems against me as well. So, I mean, what you gonna say, v-mundi? Let's see what they say next.
Okay, so...
Take me.
What?
Meep.
Okay.
Meep.
This was in response to the last post. Most decks are able to make 16k columns, or 10k to 11k vanguard that requires 10k to block. A vanguard.
Also, the grammar's kind of horrible for some smart motherfuckers, right, Jerry?
Yep.
Yeah.
Continue.
A 13k vanguard.
I admit my grammar's terrible, but still.
Exactly. Can block these attacks for 5k. Then does not need to hit to gain hand advantage. The opponent must block the vanguard when it is the end, unless they want the skill to potentially go on. Blocking the vanguard every turn is typically a misplay. Assuming the end has a bar behind him that is 21k, you need 20k shield to guard for 2 taps. Each turn the end meanwhile can block for far less, and doesn't have to block the opposing vanguard each turn. And it also also do realize every deck is effing world has...
How about this? I'll say that again. Start from the beginning of that sentence.
Edit. Also, you do realize every deck in the
Fucking
world has the weakness of if you can guard them, you won't lose, right?
no shit.
Literally every
Fucking
card in the game cannot do damage to win the game if your opponent has
Let's
guard.
think on that for a minute, people.
just keep on going. Keep on going. Wait.
But the in tears through the opponent's guard with the threat of his skill going on. He also saves the controller's guard because of his 13k defense, making every column under 18k a simple 5k to block, along with Tigro retire effect.
Let's think on that. What? Okay.
Alright, basically, I understood where he was coming from. As a matter of fact, this dude thought that I didn't. This dude thought apparently that I did not play Vanguard. So this is my smart-ass comeback. Seriously, I didn't know that. That I can't do math. Not. Seriously though, you guys need to understand that every card has a weakness. It's fact. If you think the card is broken, then it dampens your spirit and makes you more likely to lose to it. If it was to be unbeatable, then the CFE is lame. Which, I was, being sarcastic.
Yeah.
But it can be beaten. You just have to play your deck correctly and keep a calm attitude.
Okay, now, the thing with every card has a weakness, oh my gosh, dear God, it's nothing game breaking, I mean really. If front row, like Spike Brothers, they are like one of the big weaknesses for Vermilion, because, well, they call everything that was in the front row back to their deck.
Alright. Alright.
Which makes their skill useless.
Alright, here's how another thing that meme said. Why must every card have a weakness? Also, having a weakness does not translate into broken. Is Regiki a fair card? Some cards have such minuscule weaknesses compared to others that they are functionally have no weaknesses. Nobody's saying you will auto lose to Crossroads. Being beatable is not the same as fair and balanced. If I made a clan that had a 99% win rate against other clans, it would be beatable. What % of the time? But is it horrendously unbalanced? I posit that against players of equal skill, the end would have a win rate of exceeding 60%, otherwise known as imbalanced. Okay, you want to bring percentage into this. Here's your stupid percentage. Your idiocracy is at 99%. Your intelligence is at 1%. I'm giving you 1% intelligence because you had...
You just got owned, bitch!
You're intelligent.
And that was like Chiapona for the first time, y'all.
Thank you God he's here. The reason I'm giving you 1% is because you can actually do math. I'll give you that much. Most people cannot do
God, somebody can do math.
Hey, that's
my God.
Oh, wait, this guy can do math. They just don't.
They don't use it that well.
Wait, how maybe somebody can tell me how much of that
Okay.
is smoking?
Here's Klaus.
The best
here we
thing
go.
that he smokes don't equal up to what they
Continuing
smoke.
on to this little bastard right here. He quoted me again. He said, "Can you actually state what this weakness is that we can exploit to win at least 50-50 against Crossroads? As it is now, it is more slated to those against them that win on average, especially since I enjoy Pelham's extra attack gimmick lately, which is completely invalidated by a 13k body. Do not come spouting how the fuck do you pronounce that stupid shit? You know what? Fucked up claims here. Read some of the stickies. Alright? You motherfucker
Can't tell you what to exploit, damn it.
Alright, I'm gonna tell you.
What's funny?
Hold on. Let me finish.
I played it too, a little bit.
Yeah,
Basically,
leave the bullshit, me and Brandon.
Okay.
alright, I'm gonna
back and forth going on.
Okay, you stupid son of a bitch. I'm gonna tell you. You said you want, and I'm gonna quote. So you can actually state what the weakness is. Yes,
Apply
I
the
can.
pressure early game.
You apply pressure early game. Once they get up in the damage, there's nothing.
There's no way even a cross ride can come back at 4 damage.
Not one way. Not never. Not in the history of Vanguardum can that happen.
Everybody says that Majesty Blaster Lord can come back at 4 damage. Majesty Blaster Lord is not a fucking cross rod, okay? Get your shit straight.
They hate Majesty Blaster Lord too.
Okay, now.
All right, now.
I'm gonna read the next.
Let's finish this. All right. All right, motherfucker. Your weaknesses of the cross rides is the fact that first, they're very specific and it's like having a ride chain almost, to where you have to have specific pieces in play for it to work correctly.
Yeah, look.
If you're running dote without the overlord, the only way that works is in season 3. All right.
I want your opinion on brake rides.
Look, cross rides. Most of the time, what I've noticed with a lot of the cross rides is their first version. If you can get advantage before they've cross rided, when like they're at that stage where they are about to cross ride, most of the cross ride parts you need for them to be in the soul have some quite weak abilities on some of them. So look, unless you're Vermilion or Giant Overlord
or Platina is out.
Platina is out. Well, just like everything else, you're bashing every cross ride when half of them can't do anything in their first form.
Now, Alice the admin, you wanted this one.
Okay. I love how everyone else reacts negatively to Duke, but I'm the only one who gets called out that by it.
Again, with your... okay, remember that one post that she had where she was tired of everybody talking?
Yes.
Like that?
Hello? Yeah.
You stupid mother.
Okay. Anyway, looks like he's just going to keep asserting things without evidence. Duke, I'm giving you a fair warning. We don't put up with that
shit
here. Either post the evidence or stop.
Okay.
You made the claim the end has a weakness. Find it. Edit. God?
Damn it.
3XXXD. You always make it look like I closed the thread if my reply doesn't go through first.
Alright. Again.
We can post evidence all day long.
We can post evidence to you all day long, Alice, but the fact is that you're too goddamn hard-headed to fucking realize what we post.
You're like my great-grandma before she died. She refused to go to the doctor because she was stubborner than a donkey.
I mean, come on, you got Panda getting pissed over here. That
takes a lot.
Alright. Now, I think we got more shit to go through. Now, in all fairness, you loved how Free Field would respect negatively to me. Well, this is our negative shit to you, you stupid fucking bitch.
Dictator.
Alright? It looks like just keep... I had my evidence. I posted evidence. You stupid bitch. I mean, you sit here, you're saying, I need to prove that that the end has a weakness. I posted that every time, didn't I?
Yeah.
Guard and play correctly, guard correctly. It's that simple. You stupid bitch.
No, broken is Palamedes.
Palamedes.
I mean, really, you're telling us that, oh, before Crossroads, things were fair. Well, look, you had Palamede.
You had Royal Paladins period. You had Gold Paladins period.
You had Vermilion. You had Spectral Duke.
No.
You had Azel.
Listen,
And you had,
they actually posted about Palamedes being the most broken card ever. Bushy Road should have never printed it. Bushy Road should have done this. We need to get it banned. If they don't like something, that's their response.
Okay, here's something that you need to understand. Why even play a game if you're gonna ban 95% of the fucking good cards in the game?
That's why I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitively.
I have a competitive deck. I have a competitive deck for Yu-Gi-Oh! Brandon hates.
As we were. How many times do I have to repeat myself on a forum of saying guard? I mean, seriously, it's just redundant. It's retarded.
That's it? Okay. Hey guys.
Hold on, we're getting ready. What?
Because A, you got to think about it. It's a forum. B, people are kind of retarded sometimes. You got to remember that, right?
Oh, I know they're retarded. I mean, okay.
By the way, that was the one person that's going to play Mega Colony.
Yeah, I'm the only person that'll play Mega Colony.
Even though I'm building the deck for Mega Colony, it's not one I'll play often.
It's fun to sit there and do it because you can sit there and make your opponent not stand next turn. They keep them tapped, and you can just go, oh, well.
If I'm going to do that, I'm there. Look at my main deck.
I will in a second. Alright, my friend. I'll be playing.
Yo.
Hey, you too.
Jerry.
Yeah.
Okay. D-Hart, where's yours at?
Y'all hate meta. Right there. Is that all I gotta say?
Well, fuck you. You ass.
You'd hate to see mine.
Oh, I know what your problem is.
What? What am I playing?
Something broken? That's all I can say. Something broken?
Is that all I have to say?
Alright. Here we go. This is
there.
this is D-Hart's this is what D-Hart has to say about them. I'm gonna let him read and I'm gonna read all the responses.
Okay.
Entire deck does not have anything for new set in it.
This is what I said.
And this is the only thing you said, right? Alright, go ahead.
Technically, I know y'all hate Crossroads, but as the forum's called Y'all Hate Meta. I know y'all hate Crossroads, but as long as CCGs exist, there will always be meta decks, top tier decks, whether you like it or not.
And would you rather I say that just plug you with that?
This cannot be held for an example. Boros Agros is popular in Magic, as was Callblade when it was legal. And Yu-Gi-Oh, you got the Fire Fist, Fire Kings, Wind Up, Mermails, stuff like that. And yes, the Crossroads are meta and top decks. This cannot be held. By the way, I welcome all your hate. I am a proud D-Endo player.
Alright, now this is going to be a long, nice 2 pages worth of hate that he enjoys. Basically, 3XXXDDD said, please don't make me ban YouTube, please. Alice said,
16.
I like the shit posting never. It's like the shit posting never ends.
And she has some post from an old roller coaster game.
Hey, this one bitch is like, if you're not banned before you see a reply, can't be helped is nonsense. The tipping point was literally set 5 when you look at that. Set 4 sets in Japan, 6 sets elsewhere, not counting extra boosters, and either because I'm lazy. And there was no clear-cut top-tier deck, at least not by such vastly lopsided win-loss ratios. No popularity doesn't mean top-tier by default, neither does winning terribly structured tournaments. Alright.
Okay, we're going to use IG Apona's deck as an example. Before Dote, there was Alfred.
Alright, basically, let's put it like this. I mean, you're going to sit here, you're going to say that it wasn't lopsided. And basically, basically the only reason that they were good is because of terribly structured tournaments. Every clan was. Yeah, I agree that every clan was balanced before set 5, but also you got to think that
they're going back rebalancing.
They're going back and rebalancing them as we speak now. I mean, and also our meta was fucked up before. I mean, before, like when they released the Gold Paladins before releasing everything else, that's when our meta got messed up. That's when we got kind of fucked over in a way. But that's all I gotta say about you, you stupid bitch. Alexander Stone 88. Oh, this is the one I like.
Fuck y'all who think cross rides are bullshit.
First off, using Callblade in your argument for Magic, really big noob. I survived during the... Okay, this guy's basically talking shit about being able to survive.
I've been here since Ice Age.
Hold on. This guy's talking about surviving the original Mirrodin block and seeing the power of Urza blocks. Now, in the original Mirrodin, yeah, it was kind of fucking insane. And Urza block, it was kind of meh.
Affinity and anti-affinity.
But also you've got to look at the facts. I mean, most people don't even know what those blocks were. You stupid asshole. You're gonna sit here. You're gonna talk about the original Mirrodin. People might know about that, but people don't. Most of the Magic players nowadays don't even know what the Urza block is. They don't even understand the legacy of Urza. I applaud the fact that you understand the legacy of Urza, but just shut the fuck up about it.
Hey Dustin, can you give me a drink or something? Like a water.
We understand that. Basically, you're talking about
Go fill that up if you don't mind.
Basically, you start talking about that you hate broken crap. Well, then you should hate Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it's full of nothing but broken crap. I mean, you really. You're kind of not making much sense. I mean, basically what I'm saying is you're making sense to an extent, but then most of it's just trying to kiss ass with Alice, as far as I know.
Okay,
but here we go. This is Alice. Free 13K is never balanced. It's not a free 13K because you have to work up to the 13K.
The only one that's possibly free is Phantom Blaster Overlord.
And he's not even free because you have to have Phantom Blaster in Soul.
That's with Soul Painter.
But with Soul Painters being involved, yeah, I can see it being free then. But I mean, besides that, come on.
You think you can do that? So, Dustin? Now we got meat.
Okay, meat. Can't be helped. Yes, it can be. It's called the v-mundi format. There's enough people on this site to make playing the game in the format worthwhile. Alright, first of all, v-mundi, nobody gives a fuck about your opinions.
We talked to some serious players out here at the tournament we went to.
Yeah, we talked to some die-hard Vanguard players over in where we played
Burlington.
In Burlington. Nobody's heard of y'all. Nobody really cares about y'all. Nobody cares about what you have to say.
Some people's heard of y'all. When we mentioned you, they start rolling on the floor and laughing.
Yeah. So, I mean, nobody really gives a shit about your opinions and your format.
I'll say your guy.
Either way,
so how can you
And Alexander, what's up with you?
Alexander, dude, you're being all kinds of hypocritical. Okay, if anybody's a noob, it's you stupid fuck.
I've been here since Tempest.
Okay.
I was here for Ice Age.
I like this. Magic is a shit tier game, by the way. Yu-Gi-Oh does it a bit better, but it still confuses well card design. For as many games that exist, mostly due to
these cockmunchers that are sitting in their mother's basement and they don't know fuck about card games. And you can tell them I said that too.
You're on a podcast, dude.
I don't give a damn.
No fucks are given.
No fucks are given, but goddamn, like.
Not especially when it comes to this website.
No fucks are given. There is no quarter.
Hey, that comes from the guy playing Mega Colony.
Alright. Chestnut rice. My sides. Sure, you're either a really good troll or just really fucking stupid. I'm really hoping it's the former, otherwise, because it was a lot of fun we'll have to end up, and nobody wants that.
Well, I posted one thing. Why you call it?
I call it honesty. It's not a troll, and he's not fucking stupid. If y'all think he's fucking stupid, come meet us at Lucky on the 30th, and we'll show you fucking stupid. I mean, we'll kick your asses with shit you never even thought about. And this dude said, okay, learn to pronounce, that's fine. I mean, he made a typo, you stupid dumbass.
I don't care. It's G-endo, D-endo, dote.
I wonder if it's possible to feel proud of playing G-endo. Dude! It's possible because, I mean, people love it. Like, there's some people who enjoy the cards as they are. I mean,
what's not to love about a big gun-toting dragon?
This guy over here that likes to play Mechacolony. He understands how they run. You got me who understands how a Garmori Zelda can run properly. You've got a guy over here sitting across from me that knows how to play Dote. You've got this kid over here that likes to play Vermilion. So shut the fuck up. You don't have any. People feel proud of what they play because they spent the time to make it
and learn it.
Where y'all don't even take the time to learn it. You just go by what the effect says and say, "Oh my God, this shit's broken."
No, y'all go by what Alice says.
You go by what this dumbass bitch says.
Power creep.
Okay, the power creep pose. This is the one that I love. Basically these are games that people might know about. I know one of them, two of them, maybe three of them that people definitely know about. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Digimon, Digibattle, Bleach, and, has a little parentheses score, Inuyasha, Yu Yu Hakusho, Naruto, Gundam, Duel Masters, Kaijudo. I got 10, but I could probably name more.
Okay, Dragon Ball Z was a promotional game.
Dragon Ball GT was also a promotional game. Digimon Digibattle was promotional. Most of these games were promotional, so you don't really have much of an argument. It seems most games that introduce power creep have short lives. This is the one thing I can give some Western CCGs, that they are typically go back to recycling cards before they resort to straight up breaking cards. But most games die for broken. Don't you mean die from brokenness? You said you're talking about you hate misspelling and crap. You just did it.
7 of those were promotional games, not
really expected to do anything, so they had to give it power creep.
One of them, yes, it's a serious game, but people still play it.
Alright, so we'll go back on. Even if they're good and get popular, the notable exceptions being Magic. I imagine this is because nostalgia and a legion of neckbeards willing to overlook every single fault in the game that the game has. Did you hear that shit?
What?
I'm going to tell you what you just said. Okay.
Congratulations, you're officially a
I imagine this is basically she's talking shit about Magic. Magic. If I imagine this is because of nostalgia and a legion of neckbeards willing to overlook every single fault in the game has. Okay. Magic fags are like blind drones.
What's faults? Yes, it has faults, but not many.
I mean, okay.
Let's get.
And this will come from a guy that plays slivers. Everybody says they're broken. I can build a sliver deck out of a random pile of slivers. You can ask this guy here, and it'll run. But if I hand it to somebody else and tell them that says it's broken, they can run it blindfolded. It's like, no, they can't, because they don't they don't understand the mechanics. They're like, it's slivers, I can run it.
Alright, I got this next one. Yu-Gi-Oh! Game had its player drop during the ban list. Everything after was just brokenness. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Is actually a game that attracted everyone who wants broken bullshit. Okay, first of all, in Yu-Gi-Oh!'s defense, it was a legit game until the ban list hit.
Yeah, when the ban list hit, that's when everything just kind of went oh, we gotta make it a lot more harder for everybody.
So yeah, I mean, it's not really broken bullshit because they actually cut the shit.
Okay.
So again, you have no argument. And Pokemon, which was designed broken from the get-go and never really changed. Well, that's because Pokemon is like weed. The Pokemon card game is like weed. It's the introductory drug.
Pretty much. Pokemon kind of, when you play Pokemon, that's what got you into playing card games.
Yeah, because it was Pokemon, and most people either broke off into Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh. So I mean, and people still play Pokemon. I mean, I applaud them because it's a fun game. I mean, yeah, there's a bunch of brokenness, but I mean, it's just one of the games that it has a bunch of brokenness and it's awesome.
And as the games evolve,
games evolve, a lot of the cards aren't as broken as they used to be. So Alice, if you end up listening to this podcast, your argument, basically everything you said in this one post doesn't make a damn difference about anything.
basically what we get from you is you want them to keep the same format and basically just go belly up.
Which is, I'm going to quote something from Assassin's Creed. Time is the measurement of change. If nothing changes, it dies. So, I mean, everything has to change eventually.
And cross rides were introduced at the end of season 1. Yes.
Alright, here we go. Okay, this guy, we're just going to ignore him.
Right here's where I gotta laugh at.
Alright, Alexander, I don't know if I'm going to like what you're going to say, but hey, but I'm going to read it anyway. Alice, please understand I have backed you up and supported you. Even I don't always agree with you per se. Now, you are free to your opinions and dislike in Magic the Gathering. It is just that your opinion. But that gives you no right to insult me for liking it. Regardless of this being your forum, I simply stated that I can explain Magic Magic's properly. It's Magic's Magic's popularity, never mind. Meaning, if requested, I can show burden of proof. I offered the choice with knowledge, but you don't care for the subject. That said, instead of playing God, you can provide the proof as well, and we can simply debate the subject. But never insult someone for what they like, especially if you don't know as much on the subject. No, this post is not directed at our other NM 3XXXDDG. Here at least we're civil, and I don't deny for a while. It was the only game in town, but its staying power doesn't exist solely for that. I have burden of proof, as mentioned, and will submit it if necessary. But again, I know it's a subject not cared for by both of you, and I won't force it. If alternatively this gets me banned and I was the one insulted, so be it. I will continue to direct people to the blog for the mathematical value. After all regards of what kind of person I may find you, I won't change the fact that you have insight into this game, and I'm happy to let it be rest here. I would like to leave off with one last thing. I will admit I'm using this quote from a television show, but it doesn't make it any less true. To hold one assumption and exclude any and all contradictory data that isn't science, that's politics. Alice said, what the hell are you talking about, Alexander? I'm not talking about you or in teaching.
I want to see how fast I
you lose one, I get one, so I gotta...
So you're saying you don't say this right after 3X? Yeah, basically it was basically a pity party.
So it loses -13, -13?
Yeah.
It's morbid.
Basically, he said everything.
You lose another one and I gain another one, so I gotta say
we want to say.
Alexander, I give you all respect for that. but the rest of you can pretty much go to hell. Because you stupid motherfuckers want to sit here and you want to talk shit about cross rides when they don't deserve to be talked about like that. No card does. If you're sitting here talking about card games that were originally a promotional thing anyways, that's just like the Power Ranger trading card game. It's promotional. I mean,
let's suffer some power creep already. Yeah.
There you go.
but now let's look at it from a different point of view. Vanguard. Let's look at it from the point of view that we're actually already looking at, but in a different way. You want to sit here and you want to get rid of everything that's good about the game. All the insanity, all of that. That's the only reason I really started playing the game, was the insanity that's involved in it. Because me, I started with literally a basic Murakami deck, and then I evolved to Royal Paladin, and then I evolved to Gold Paladin. Plus playing other clans throughout the way, but I'm just skipping a lot of them because most of them are just projects.
Good game.
But you have no. v-mundi is like, if you want to go to v-mundi and check all this shit out, go ahead. But I'm telling you right now, once you register and once you realize what kind of fucked up shit you got yourself into, please, don't fall for their stupidity.
I mean, okay, I'll give Alice this. Her deck list makes sense. I'll give her that much.
For having dead draw for 2 turns. Terrible draw 30 games. Ow.
But as far as we're concerned, this doesn't make any damn. To me, it doesn't make any damn sense.
I'm sorry, I don't jump on y'all's nut riding bandwagon.
But that's all this really is a nut riding bandwagon. I mean,
Is this talking joke about them?
yeah. These stupid son of bitches.
Okay, can I tell Johnson?
No, me and Jerry. I guess, yeah, go ahead, talk some shit.
Now let's go into Shadow Paladin advice.
Hold on. I'm trying to find. Here we go, right here. What do y'all think about my Spectral Duke? Basically, I posted my deck list that we already discussed earlier.
How long is this video? Just wondering.
We don't know.
The video is currently 45 minutes long.
I've just been wondering, does this sound like it's turned into a rec type of video?
Who gives a damn about Rick?
No one.
Alright, basically, everybody was talking. Basically, I posted my deck list and people were pretty much talking shit about Spectral Duke. That's alright, but that's alright, that's fine.
Okay, I'm also a side, I'm building a Gore toolbox deck.
Well, didn't you change that from that to Spectral Duke?
Right, but still, might go back to Garmort first later. But if you read her toolbox, it's laughable. 4 Garmor, 4 Gigatechs.
Hey, I was thinking about that, so watch yourself. Alright, this dude, I want to go straight up and say, Sageco, you just fucked up. This is my first post here. I figured that this was the best place to ask for advice. I run a below Shadow Paladin build. Okay, first of all, you fucked up by saying that this is the best place for advice when it's really not. What are we looking for? Oh, here we go. Basically, some dude was talking about running Phantom Blaster Overlord. Alright, this is how much they don't like it. She just, the main mid Alice just straight up said, oh god, you play that cross ride meta shit? Well, good luck with that one. I have no way to help. And yet, and here we go. I saw that, and then I just capitalized on it. I said, and basically when I said what I said, I've already read a column she wrote on v-mundi. And I said, you talk about being a decent human being, yet shun someone for running something you dislike. I wanted to know why, because the last time I checked, regardless if this is your form or not, human beings have the right to dictate their destiny within reason. And when she put, and this one, basically, this one nut writing bitch says you're completely misunderstanding that response. It's more in the vein of good luck playing against crossrides without using a crossride, because you're likely to lose. True.
No, what started it was the guy said that he was thinking about maybe throwing in
Phantom Blast Robo-Loops.
Yeah.
And basically, this is her response to me saying that. Oh, whoever said this. And it shows someone didn't even bother to read about the page before you started posting. The site doesn't deal with crossrides, and almost no one here plays with them. The response tells me you yourself also haven't done this, so you should take a few minutes to read it. Don't be so quick to judge people. And I straight up said I didn't have to read it because I read it before I even joined the forum. I'm not judging anyone, just saying that it's not right to hate crossrides because they're creative.
Can I get my water?
It's just like saying, from the Yu-Gi-Oh side of things, I hate windups because they're too broken before the ban list. Besides, this Crossride Vanguard ban list will hit us and then we'll be back to normal. Alice says, believe me when I speak for everyone here, the ban list can't come soon enough, and it can't include nearly enough cards.
Did I not?
Meep said, Meep, whoever this bitch is, says, lol, this is not right. The morality of disliking pieces of cardboard by Spectrum Duke 9387.
I have a full art one. Yeah, it's kind of pretty.
And she basically said, shh, Meep, you'll hurt the card's feelings. Alright. As far as I'm concerned with these motherfuckers, y'all were like 100 different levels fucked up because y'all were just like bouncing between, like, because you've got, the only reason your forum is so big anyways is because you've got a bunch of nut riders. You know what I mean?
And you go flame the Pojo forums.
And you flame the Pojo forums with your shit. But I'm gonna give y'all an opportunity now to go to our forums. Yeah, we just started out, but if you don't like what's going on this place, you have the opportunity to go to our forums. The link will be in the description below. Because we don't really care what you say. We don't. It's just a matter of my U-ban, you know. And you'll see me on there. And I want Alice. I'm begging you go on our forums because I will tear you a new asshole, and I will not ban you and you cannot do anything to me about it.
All you'll do is talk about Team My U-ban.
And then when you come up here and talk about Team My U-ban, all thing we're going to do is laugh it off. We don't really care what you say about us, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're unless you got something else, another subject on here that you want to talk, I know you're going to talk about. We're currently searching.
I'm not going to sit there and not let you do something that you're actually supposed to do. I'm not that but you're going to hate this. I'm just going to make you sacrifice it and I hate you.
Yeah, there ain't nothing on here worth talking about anymore.
This entire deck's not cool.
So, I hope you like this special edition for v-mundi. Y'all have a good day. v-mundi, we hope you don't have a good day. Actually, we hope you burn in hell.
We hope y'all actually earn respect for games. And don't talk to us about broken magic.
Because we know more than anybody, because we live through the hardest shit you'll ever know.
Listen, I've been here since Ice Age, Campus.
We've both been here.
Urza.
We don't want to hear it. I've been here since Onslaught, so I don't want to hear your shit. Onslaught and Urza block. I mean, I've been there since all that crazy shit. So I mean,
like I was saying earlier, y'all can hand me a random stack of slivers. I can make it. Y'all may say they're broken. Everybody says they're broken. They're not.
It's all according to the person who plays it. It's if they're broken or not. That's just like any other deck in any card game. It's according to who plays it and if it's meant for them to be running it. So you don't really have much of a right.
For example, I could take Kevin here. The Yu-Gi-Oh deck he runs, Kevin. What kind of Yu-Gi-Oh deck he runs?
Tried to clip it for 13.
You like Ninja Dragon? Oh,
Ninja Dragons and full dragons.
Okay, it may not work for me. I may not play it right, but I hand him my Dragunity deck. He may not play it right.
it's all according to perspective. So basically, before you
Play Ravenous Rabbit.
judge anybody or judge anything, be sure to think about what you say, and be sure that the person doesn't have a YouTube account and doesn't give any fucks. Okay? Because when you piss off somebody like that, they tend to do stupid shit like what I just did. And if you really think that banning me is going to solve anything, you're dead wrong.
And fuck you. Oh, by the way, what of Team Bayou Van's mottos?
Fuck you. Basically. Thanks, Nathan. Token black guy.
Is we enjoy the troll.
We enjoy the troll, motherfuckers. And I hope you enjoy this, because this is the only time I'll be trolling anybody on my show. Unless y'all decide to piss me off some more, then I might just throw up some more
Actually,
shit.
there may be another addition to v-mundi after we see their reply.
Yeah, nice polite. Please reply, bastards.
Please, just give us fuel.
Keep on you see, when we originally joined your forum, we were not trolls, but see, you kind of formed us into becoming this troll-like force that just doesn't give a shit. I hope you enjoy your day, bitches. But to any of my this show's adoring fans, we love y'all. This is not if you are a fan of ours and a fan of v-mundi, we're not telling you to pick sides, because we're insane like that.
Yeah.
I mean, when it's coming, just be careful of what you read on there, because they are hypocritical as fuck. Okay?
Oh, they talk about, here's another example of one time when they were hypocritical. Just closing thing. Okay, they were talking about banning all cross rides. Okay, then they talk about Great Diusha being, they all allow Great Diusha because it works with the clan's mechanics.
Dumbasses, every single cross ride works with the clan mechanic. But y'all have a good day. Go fuck yourself.
I'm an angel / demon, man. You know what I'm saying? What makes me a demon is lust. I'm girl crazy, and that's why I couldn't keep my wife. You know what I'm saying? And that's the lust demon.